Welcome to online classes. We were in finding the equivalent resistance in various networks. Namaste, everyone. Hope all of you are doing well. Shall we move on to the next questions? Because we have already solved some 29 circuits, some simple, some complicated, how to get the equivalent of different circuits. Now we will move on to the 30th one, okay? Directly we will jump into our job. So this is the 30th circuit. You are asked to find out an equivalent resistance between A and B. And if you have dotted lines like this here, it does mean that the ladder continues. It is a ladder, it's like a chain, which is written like 7, 1 ohm, 2 ohm. It is written like 7. So here is 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm. So you can continue any number of ladders. One such type of problem is already discussed in one of the classroom videos, and you may be remembering it. This is a little bit different. And in the classroom discussed question, there was a resistor here also. Now we don't have any resistor here. So we have an arrangement where you have ladders like this. So here the meaning is, if you connect any number of electrical network, these chains, you will get the same resistance between A and B. That is what do they say. And we will take that as a data. So connect one more chain, resistance between A and B doesn't change. Connect few more, 7 chains once again, and the resistance doesn't change. Connect 100 chains, resistance doesn't change. So resistance between A and B remains the same throughout, whatever be the number of chains you have here. So that is infinite ladder. Now what I will do is, if it is so, I will find out the equivalent resistance between these 2 points leaving the first ladder. I will leave the first ladder. I will find out the equivalent resistance between the remaining ladders. That is, out of infinite chains, I will remove the first chain. What is the problem? Infinity minus 1 is infinity itself. So whatever the resistance that you get here, from here to here, I will take it as X. Okay? And then that X, I will connect it to the first ladder. When I connect it to the first chain again the resistance between A and B must be the same, because if one ladder is left behind, whatever the equivalent resistance that you get from the remaining ladders must be same as the equivalent resistance when you find out by connecting this ladder also. So equivalent resistance obtained by leaving this ladder, adding this ladder, both must be same. Even if you leave this ladder, whatever the equivalent resistance that you get out of infinite chains, and if you connect this ladder, whatever the equivalent resistance that you get out of again infinite chain, because adding one more will not increase infinity, it is same. So both should yield to the same resistance here. That is the meaning of the problem. So we will connect it like that. So we will solve the problem in the same way. Okay, so we will have animations of that type. So 1 ohm, 2 ohm must be removed now first. We will remove 1 and 2 ohm. But you are actually asked to find out the resistance between A and B. So we will find out the resistance between this X and Y. We will remove this one. We will keep it far away. Then we will take this as X. Between these two, we will find out the resistance. And we will take the resistance of this infinite ladder as X. The total resistance, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 1 ohm, 2 ohm, like this. We will find out the equivalent as X. When that X ohm is connected in parallel with the 2 ohm, because it was like this, right? When you remove this and separate the first ladder, whatever the resistance is obtained right side of the ladders, infinite ladders, if it is taken as X, that X must be connected in parallel with this 2 ohm only, because here and here that infinite ladder was connected. So I will remove this and take the resistance of this ladder as X. Hope you are following. So I will take the resistance of this infinite ladder as X. I will connect that X in parallel with the 2 ohm. Yes, I will connect the X in parallel with 2 ohm. This X is the resistance of that infinite ladder which is coming in the right side. So the leaving this ladder doesn't make any difference. So I will connect this X in parallel with this one. So when I connect this X in parallel with this one, I will get it like this. Again, what should be the resistance between A and B? This X corresponds to the infinite ladder. Adding one more ladder, we shouldn't change the resistance between A and B. So it should be X only. The resistance from here to here should be X only. Now solve this. Hope you have followed. I will explain once again. This was the question, and you are allowed to connect any number of ladders on the right hand side. So what I'll do is I will disconnect the first ladder, find out the resistance between the remaining ladders as X, and if it is that X is connected to one more ladder, again I should get X. Again I should get X here. So now we solve this one. This is 2 parallel x and plus 1. That should be equal to x. 2 parallel x, 2x by 2 plus x. Plus 1 ohm must be again equal to x. The same x, because adding one more ladder shouldn't change x. So first equation I can write like this. This x must be equal to 1 plus 2 parallel x. X equal to 1 plus 2x by 2 plus x. Now we can just watch it if you want, and later on you can write it because the video is available, and write it after watching this class. Okay, and don't wait for many days, because I am going to remove all those videos in the future. So try to look into all the videos as early as possible. Within 3 or 4 days I will remove all those videos. So now 1 plus 2 parallel x must be equal to x. X equal to 1 plus 2 parallel x, 2x by 1, 2 plus x. Now what is x equal to? You bring this 2 plus x as common denominator, then this is 1 here, 1 2 plus x times. So here you have 2 plus x, and here you have 2 plus x 1 times, that is 2x. Hope you have followed. 2 plus x is common, so here you have 2 plus x, here 2x. So then cross multiply. You bring x and 2 plus x together, 2 plus x to the left hand side. 2x plus x square, it is written here. 2x plus x square must be equal to 2 plus 3x, right? X plus 2x. So 2x plus x square is equal to 2 plus 3x. Next step is 3x and 2x can be combined together. X square, this becomes minus 3x when it comes here, right? 3x becomes minus 3x. Minus 3x plus 2x is minus x. X square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Then x square, okay, you spread this one now. This is a quadratic equation. X squared minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Minus x can be written as minus 2x plus x, right? This minus x can be written as, you know how to solve the quadratic equation. If you have your own method, you can do that, no problem. I do it like this. Minus x is spread as minus 2x plus x. So minus 2x plus x, and you have minus 2, you have x square. So x square minus 2 is already present. This minus x is written as minus 2x plus x, and take the things common. X into x minus 2, here you can take x common, and plus 1 into x minus 2 equal to 0. You know this method. In the lower classes you have studied this. So x equal to minus 1 or x equal to 2. But resistance cannot be negative. This answer is not possible here, taking physics into consideration. Mathematically, this may be one of the answer for x, but this is the correct answer, x equal to 2 ohm. So the resistance between these two parallel, this infinite ladder is 2 ohm finally. So this is a very strange circuit, isn't it? So we don't agree this at all. So if you connect one more ladder, won't the resistance change? No, it doesn't become so. You may be remembering one of the circuit where we kept on changing 6 ohm parallel 3 ohm. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 parallel 6, 3. Again 3 plus 3, 6. You remember that resistance like a pentagon shaped some resistance. You go to, I don't remember that number. You go to previous problems and see that. Any number of chains, if you go on connecting, finally the answer will be the same. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 parallel 6, 3. Again 3 plus 3, 6, and so on. Similarly, if you go on connecting any number of ladders, answer is same. So remove the first chain. Say the resistance of right side is x, and connect that x to the 2 ohm. Then again the value here is x. Write the equation. 1 plus 2x by 2 plus x must be equal to x, because this x should be this parallel plus this one. And then the solution mathematical, right? You can go back and see that. Now we will move on to the 31st problem. Okay. See here, you are asked to find out the resistance between A and B. Now the thing is, you see these two resistors. The two ends of these two resistors have been connected by a common wire. The two ends are directly connected by a common wire. This resistance is a short, this resistance is a short. It is very unfortunate because it won't get any current. All the current will pass through like this. But you see any other resistance which is directly connected between two wires? No resistance. See, here is a wire. No problem. It is not a short because this wire doesn't connect the two ends of the same resistor. It is a different resistor connected, right? Different resistors are connected by a wire, whereas the same resistor is not connected like this. So this is a short and this is a short. You can remove those two resistors and directly connect it here and here. You can remove it, no use. Shorted resistors totally give zero resistance, because if you have a resistance R and a parallel 0 ohm. This is wire 0 ohm. What is the equivalent? R into 0 divided by R plus 0. That is 0 by R. That is equal to 0. It is a numerator 0, denominator is not 0. R into 0 divided by R plus 0. Denominator is R, numerator is 0. So answer is 0. So you can remove them and you can directly connect these resistors like this here. So that is what is done here. Now what is the resultant? R plus R, 2R, parallel R. 2R parallel R is, what is the answer? So this is R plus R. It is replaced as 2R. 2R parallel is 2R by 3. We are very famous in that. We are very good experts in finding all the equivalent of 2R and R. 2R into R divided by 2R plus R, that is 2R by 3. Okay. 32nd one. Yeah. Again, you see, which is short here. This is short, right? The two ends of the same resistor are connected by a wire. This is a short, and the remaining is only this much. So what is the remaining resistance? This one and this one. Between A and B, they are not in parallel because these two ends are not connected. So now you replace this one short. It is only this much. R series R. That's all. RAB equal to 2R. R series R, because you have to spread it. They are not in parallel. If they have to be in parallel, the two ends should be common. Here, this is common. What about this one? That is open. So A and B are in series. Okay. Then 33rd one. Yes. Now, here is a circuit which looks like some dancers are standing for dance, ready for dance, and they are in the stage now. They are having some, showing some steps now. But do they look parallel? They are all parallel. Resistance is R by 3. I will tell you the answer. How it is so? See, common terms, common terminals. The right end of this resistor, common. Left end of this resistor, common. All the left ends are connected by a common wire. Right end is connected by a common wire. It is not a short. If it is has to be a short circuit, both the ends of the same resistor are connected by a single wire. Do you find any such wire? For example, this starts from the right end. Does it go to the left end? No, here is a resistor. Here is a resistor. So the left ends are connected by wire, right ends are connected by wire, then it is a parallel one. And still, if you don't agree that they are parallel, I'll show you. Just go on turning it like this, like this, like this, like this. Same circuit, I turned it, and I will make small arrangement. I will make this parallel to the ground like this, like this. So I will bring A to this side, B to this side, because in between you don't have any resistance. Nah? So you can bring B directly here, A directly here, no problem. So bring A here and B here. Now just a small change. Now do they appear in parallel? It is R by 3. Shall I show it again? Because you shouldn't say that I have changed the circuit itself. No, I have not changed. I've kept all the connections as it is. See, I just turned it like this. So no change. Simply I want to bring A here and B here. That's all. Bring A here like this. And I want to change the positions. I will just turn this and make it horizontal so that this connection is not lost. This connection is not lost. Simply I turn it like this, like this. So now they are in parallel. R by 3. Okay. 34. Yeah, again infinite ladder. But here there is a small difference. There is not a repetition ladder. You don't have 2 or 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 like that. Here is a single resistor, and nothing is mentioned here. It is, you have to take it as R. Every resistor is R. R, 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 R like this. But here is 1, here is 2, here is 4. It is doubling, right? 1 is doubled, 2. 2 is doubled, 4. 4 should be doubled, 8, because it should go up to infinity. 8 should be doubled, 16. Now, all the chains are in parallel, but each chain is in series. Do you agree? For example, if this is R, this is 2R, this is 4R, next one is 8R. Do you agree that? So it should be like some series progression, right? Geometric progression or something. So R, 2R, 4R, 8R, something like that. Now, because everywhere it is double. Now, but what about each chain? It is parallel. This is parallel to this. This is parallel to this. So what is the equivalent resistance? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R plus 1 by 2R plus 1 by 4R plus 1 by 8R. Do you agree that? So shall we write that equation now? Equivalent resistance between A and B is this parallel, this parallel, this. So you have many resistances in parallel. 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus 1 by R4. So 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R plus 1 by 2R plus 1 by 4R. This series chain 4R. Next series chain 8R, 1 by 8R plus so on. Now shall I take 1 by R out of the bracket here? Now mathematics. Now complete mathematics. No physics involved afterwards. Okay, I will take 1 by R common outside. So you had this equation 1 by R, 1 by 2R, 1 by 4R. If I take 1 by R common, 1 plus 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, right? 1 by R, 1 plus 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8 plus so on, because it is an infinite ladder. So I'll write that equation here now. 1 plus 1 by, here it's 1 by R plus 1 plus half, 1 by 4, 1 by 8. I'll write the equation here. 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R, 1 plus 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, and so on. Now, this is a geometric progression, right? Mathematics now. First term is 1. Common ratio is half. I can write it like this, right? 1 by R equal 1 by R into 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power 1, 1 by 2 to the power 2, 1 by 2 to the power 3. 1 by 2 is the common ratio. So, what is the sum up to infinity for a geometric progression like this? 1 by R equal 1 by R into first term, 1 divided by first term minus common ratio, right? So, sum up to infinity is this is 1 divided by, okay, 1 divided by 1 minus the sum up to infinity formula you may be knowing in which is over, I think, in first view mathematics. First term minus common ratio, 1 minus half. This 1 minus half, that is half. 2 comes to the numerator. 2 by R, that is answer here. But this is 1 by Rp. Always you should be very careful in parallel connections, right? So 1 plus this half square, 1 by 2 square, 1 by 2 cube, all 1 by 2 is common ratio. 1 divided by 1 minus sum up to infinity formula, 1 by 1 minus common ratio. First term minus common ratio. First term is 1, common ratio is half. And this 2 comes to the numerator. 1 minus half is half. 2 comes to the numerator, 2 by R. What is Rp equal to? Rp equal to R by 2. So resistance between A and B is R by 2. Only a little bit of mass background, and physics is very easy. All the chains are parallel, but each chain is having series resistances, right? Next, 35. We'll go to the 35th question. Yeah, this is the 35th one. See, where are A and B? Of course, you are asked to find out the resistance between A and B. I have kept A and B common terms, but it may be anything. Now, does it look like Wheatstone's network? It is Wheatstone's network. What you can do is just simply bring this resistor to the other side. You pull this other side like this one and this one. Keeping these two connections, keeping this connection as it is without losing them, simply pull it to the other side. So what may be the answer now? Shall I pull it? I'll pull this B here, A to the outside. So just unfold it. You see, it can be unfolded like this without losing any connection. And B here. Now we turn it. Is it a Wheatstone's network? Answer is R. Because you know that if all the resistances of a Wheatstone's network are R, then it's R, because this is 2R. Of course, the middle one is having no current and it doesn't contribute to any resistance. No current passes through this. This and this will be in the same potential, and the equivalent is R. 2R parallel 2R, that is R. So shall I show it again if you don't agree? Okay, it will be like this. Okay, we'll go back. So that's the resistance given. I will just keep on pushing it like this. The B should this side and rotate it so that it looks like Wheatstone's network. Remove this resistance, 2R parallel 2R, that is R. So very simple circuit. Just only the thing is, next time when you see this circuit, you must be able to do it mentally yourself. Unfold this like if you open a kerchief, open this to the outside, then it looks like Wheatstone's network. That's all. Simple. Okay. This one, 36th one. Can you see a Wheatstone's network here? There is a Wheatstone's network, and there is an extra resistor also. And by keeping that extra resistor, you must be able to see a Wheatstone's network. Of course, first time it is very difficult. Don't feel bad that I don't see any Wheatstone's network here. First time it is very difficult. I too found it very difficult to notice Wheatstone's network in this circuit, and I struggled for many days, and finally I came to know that there is a Wheatstone's network here. But since I have got the idea, I can teach you now. See, so it is common with everybody. You need not be under the impression that I don't get any idea, I find it difficult. No, not at all like that. But slowly it has to be trained. So now what I'll do is I'll remove this resistor. I will keep it across A and B. Finally, what is the equivalent across this resistance or this combination? I will connect it to this R, and all the resistances are R's. There is no question in that. R, 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 R. This is also R. So I will keep that that R here and outside. And finally, whatever I get equivalent resistance between A and B using these resistors, then I connect it across R, this R. Okay. So now shall I move that R aside? So I will move that aside. So let it be separate. And remember that this R was here by the side of this one, right? Now find out what is the equivalent of this resistance. This is a Wheatstone's network. Now, before showing the animation, shall I ask you to think like this? See, in a Wheatstone's network, you have 4 resistances in the 4 sides of a rhombus, right? This is one side of the rhombus. Just think of rotate it down and this up. This is one side of the rhombus. This is another side of the rhombus. And this is one more side, and this is another side. Only the thing is, this part has to be made little bit more. Sorry, this part has to be taken little bit above. That's all. It is not in this shape. So this is the galvanometer path. This is the left side resistance top, right side resistance top. This is right side below resistance. This is left side below resistance. Have you seen that? Finally this one, right? I call this as left side above, right side above, left side below, right side below. Now this was like this, somewhat like this, right? When I was turning. Now come to this circuit. See, separate this R. Now this is left side above, right side above, right side below, left side below. This is galvanometer. This can be removed. Now I will show it. If you can't follow it, just turn it like this. So just push it like this, right? So one resistance from here to here we have removed and we have kept here. That you have to keep it in mind. Now turn it. Does it look like Wheatstones now? At least now, right? Just turn it like this. Now this is useless fellow because no current flows through this resistance. You can remove it. This is Wheatstones. Left top, right top. Left below, right below. So this is R. And bring it along with this one because this was this resistance was along with this one. This is R by 2. R parallel, because equivalent of Wheatstone's network is R. This is R parallel R by 2. That's all. So shall I show it again? So it was like this. Originally it was like this. I didn't lose any connection here. I didn't change any connection. I kept all the connections as it is. Now try to see the Wheatstone's network here. This is an extra resistance that we have. Slightly keep it side. Later on we are going to connect this R along with the equivalent of this. But here is an Wheatstone's network. This one upper path. This is lower path. This is galvanometer path. So just to change it, just push it little bit. A and B are pushed up. No connections were lost. Pushed up like this. Now you can see little bit of Wheatstone's network here, right? Top 2 resistors, bottom 2 resistors, galvanometer path. Yes. So if you want it exactly to look like a galvanometer, Wheatstone's network, it is like this. This is useless. No current flows through this if you connect a battery across A and B because it is a balanced one. R by R is equal to R by R. Now this equivalent is R. Connect that R across this one. Then so they join together to become R by 2. Very simple circuit. Okay, shall we move on? 37. Yeah, this is 37 circuit. Here also there is a Wheatstone's network. This is a little bit difficult to find out. So you can't see that Wheatstone's network so easily unless I say that. See, here is A, here is B, and here is X and Y. I have simply mentioned it to find out where the Wheatstone's network is. This is Wheatstone's network. How come, sir? This is Wheatstone's network. Here no connection. So this side of the paper, if you see that 2 papers are folded like this side of the paper can be unfolded above. Then you will get a Wheatstone's network. If your kerchief is made like this, this side of the paper can be unfolded above without losing this edge, right? So shall I do that? I will remove X and Y, and I find that there is a Wheatstone's network here. And if that X and Y is removed, then whatever the equivalent resistance I get from here, that must be connected across X and Y. I remove it. X and Y is removed. Now unfold it. Start unfolding it. Now X is here. So bring this X outside. Just unfold it. No connection here. This connection shouldn't be lost. This connection shouldn't be lost. See here, I just unfold it like this. Now, is this not a Wheatstone's network? Yes, it is a Wheatstone's network. This resistor and this resistor, left below left top, right below right top, galvanometer useless fellow here, right? No current flows to the galvanometer. You can remove it. Bye, good night. This is not needed. So this equivalent, and you see where is X and Y? X is above, right? Do you know that? Where is X? X was here, right? That X was unfolded and it is kept above. So it was kept above and unfolded like this, right? And now the equivalent between X and Y is R, and that R has to be replaced as, so this is R now, that R has to be replaced here. So finally, why it is 3R by 2, RAB? R parallel R is R by 2, R by 2 series R by 2 plus R. That means half R plus R. R by 2 plus R is 3R by 2, 1.5 R. Correct? This is half R, R by 2, R parallel R, plus R. 1 plus half, 1.5. That is 3 by 2. 3 by 2 R, right? So shall we see that once again? We will check it once again. So originally the circuit was, when it was born, once upon a time, it was like this. As the age passed, what happened is X and Y left the village and they were living in at some other place. Now, as again the years passed, X and Y got older and older, the shape changed like this, correct? And now X and Y were like Wheatstone's network, and across X and Y, the equivalent resistance should be R. So this is a useless fellow, and this X and Y can be treated as a Wheatstone's network, and it can be replaced by a single R here, because once upon a time they were in the same village here, X and Y. They should come back to the same village. This becomes R by 2. R by 2 plus R, 3R by 2. Very good problem. So remember it, and you can see the video as many times as you like. Now here, another one, 38th problem. Now, can you push this A below and B above? You can do that, right? Then what you will get? A series resistance here, a series resistance here. Finished. This is in series here, across A and B. This is in series. 2R parallel, 2R, 2R by 2. Answer is R. Very simple. So A and B are pushed out so that it becomes, or it looks somewhat familiar, right? It is like this. And now this is R, because it is a Wheatstone's network. And of course, galvanometer is already been removed. R plus R, 2R, R plus R, 2R, 2R parallel R, 2R parallel 2R, 2R by 2 equal to R. Or 2R into 2R divided by 2R plus 2R. That also gives the same answer. In any way, you should get the same answer. Next, 39th problem. Yeah. Here, again, definitely you will get a doubt that this should be a Wheatstone's network. You may be trying to see a Wheatstone's network here, but Wheatstone's network should contain 5 resistors. There are so too many resistors here. 3 here, 6, 7. But one thing is, where is A and B? Here are A and B, right? The terminal given is here. A and B are given here. Now, can't you replace these 2 resistors as series? Because this resistor, which has to come over here in the Wheatstone's network, has been split into 2. Across A and B, you can't replace these 2 R's as 2 R's, because here is a middle connection. You can't treat these 2 as a series one. That is not possible. But these 2 are in series, no problem at all. You replace this as 2R, replace this as 2R. They have simply given a resistor as a series one to confuse you. But we shouldn't get confused. Here you have a clue that you can replace this. So shall we replace? Okay, we will rotate it first. Animation says that you rotate me first. Let us bring A and B below. A, B below. Without losing any connection, we will bring it below. Okay. Now A is here, B is here. Now can you replace this as a 2R and this as a 2R? Okay, replace it 2R. Shall I replace? But where you have to replace it? After A up to here. After B up to here, 2R. Did we do that? Yes. After A up to here. After B up to here. Replaced 2R. So now this is like this. So this 2R was made as R and R. This 2R was made as R and R. But we don't have such a connection here, right? We have a single R here, single R here. This has not been split into R and R. Only this part is split. This part is split. So we have changed it into 2R and 2R. Now, is it a Wheatstone's network? Sure, it is a Wheatstone's network. A is here, B is here, and this is R by R. This is 2R by R. This is galvanometer, foolish fellow, right? This is galvanometer. You can remove it. So I will reshape it. I will bring this A somewhat here so that it looks like a rhombus. So I will bring this B here, little bit. So like this, okay, it suddenly changes like this. So I think there is no confusion in changing it like this. So I will bring this A here, 2R connection here, 2R connection here, that's all. So you have 2R, 2R, R. Is it so? 2R, 2R, R. And here RR. Is there any difference? R, R, 2R, 2R. I should have drawn many more circuits so that it slowly changes. But I couldn't do that. So I should have given you a little bit more smooth movement. Next time I'll do that. But you can follow it, I think. So this is R, R and R in the lower path, 2R and 2R in the upper path, middle R. So 2R, 2R upper path, RR lower path. This is R, this is A and B. So definitely you can remove this R, but equivalent is not R, because here you have 2R parallel, so 2R, 2R, but bridge is balanced, no doubt. 2R by 2R is 1, R by R is 1. It's little different. Now, what is the equivalent? This is 4R and this is 2R, correct? 4R parallel 2R, because across A and B you have to find out. 4R parallel 2R means 4R into 2R divided by 4R plus 2R. It's 8RR, 6R. It's 4R by 3. Hope I am not wrong. This is 8RR, this is 6R. 2 4s are 2 3s. Yes, 4R by 3. Oh, here answer should be 4R by 3. That's one change you have to do. This is not this one. 4R by 5 I have written. That's wrong. Here is the correct answer. 4R by 3. Okay. So shall we do it again? So A and B are here. The aim of the examiner is to misguide you with some circuits. That's all. But some or other way I am incorporating some Wheatstone's bridge there. But don't be under the impression that all the circuits contain Wheatstone's bridge. But you should, your brain should be ready to receive any type of circuit. So here is A and B, and you can replace this 2R, 2R. That's what we did here. Yes, 2R, 2R, and here is 2R. And this is a Wheatstone's network. You slightly bring A here, 2R to this side, and bring B here, 2R to this side, without losing any connection. So like this finally. This is 2R, and here is 2R, 2R, balanced, RR balanced. Now, you can remove this center R. Then 4R parallel 2R, and 4R parallel 2R is 4R by 3. So here it is should be 3. Okay, you can correct it yourself. 40th one. Now this is a very childre circuit to you. You will definitely come to know that it's a Wheatstone's network, because simply they have tried to misguide us by taking this resistance directly here, just pulling it out. They have pulled it out, that's all. Just stand here, pull this wire. Stand here, pull this wire. Resistance comes here. Wheatstone's RAB equal to R. So these types of misguiding is not enough for us now, because we have already trained with so many circuits. They can't fool us so easily. This is a Wheatstone's network. Very easily you can get it. This is R here, and okay, R here. So it is this can be removed. 2R parallel 2R, that is R. 41. Now here, can anybody guess how many Wheatstone's networks are there? And of course, you will find plenty of Wheatstone's network. But when you replace the Wheatstone's network, remember, if you can find Wheatstone's network anywhere, when you replace it, remove it and replace it as R, the A and B shouldn't be changed, or A and B terminals shouldn't be lost. They shouldn't be disturbed. Now, can you see a Wheatstone's network here, central one? I'm misguiding you now. You can see a Wheatstone's network here. But here, this is not a Wheatstone's network. Can you tell me why? In a Wheatstone's network, 4 arms must have 4 resistors, which should be balanced, and this arm should be given to battery. This arm should be given to galvanometer. Now already equivalent resistance between A and B is asked. So you are going to connect a battery across this. Then how come the galvanometer path here? It is not a Wheatstone's network. So you have to treat this resistor as it is. But what about this one? Like a electricity tower standing here. This part of the network, it's a Wheatstone's network. R, 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 right? It's a balanced one. So shall I replace this part of the electrical network by a Wheatstone's network by a resistance R? Shall I replace this part of the electrical network by R? I can do that. Definitely I can do that. See here, R, 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 galvanometer path. And when I replace, I don't disturb A and B. I'll remove these two resistors. Okay. I will remove these two towers, electricity towers. You have electricity towers on the hills made up of iron, and they carry those they connect those electric wires from one pole to another pole. This is like this looks like that, right? So I'll remove them. If I remove them, A and B are not disturbed because I am going to connect the equivalent of this here and equivalent of this here. But I can't treat this as Wheatstone's network. Problem is you don't have a galvanometer path here, but it is connected here. It cannot be so. So I'll remove them and I'll replace them with the R's because this is all well resistances are R's. I'll replace them by, so Wheatstone's bridge connected, replaced as R and R, R by 3. Very, very simple. And this question has all the ability to appear in either JEE, this type of question I am saying, JEE, NEET, any type of entrance exam. But simply like a puzzle, you can solve this. See how horrible this is. It looks like so many people gathered for a meeting, right? And they are quarreling. But it looks horrible circuit, but this is a very simple one. See that in the form of a Wheatstone's bridge, this one in the form of Wheatstone's bridge, replace all the three at the same, between the same 2 points, it is R by 3. Equivalent resistance is R by 3 and 42 now. Yes, this is a simple circuit. Only the thing is you have to start from some point and find out the equivalent. That's all. Now, this can be treated series. Now, I need not explain that you have to connect a battery here, which is series, which is parallel. Connect a battery here. It is done already. Now, can't you replace this one? When you are asked to find out equivalent resistance between A and B, if you replace these three resistors, nothing will happen. Nobody will disturb you, right? So, this is parallel. 8 parallel, 8 parallel, 4. What about this series? No problem, because you are not going to lose A and B. So how is 8 series 4? 12, 12 parallel 6, right? What about here? 8 parallel 8. First we will do that. 8 parallel 8 is 8 by 2, 4. R by N formula. If n equal resistances of each value R are connected in parallel, R by N. 8 by 8 is 8 into 8 by 8 plus 8, or 8 by 2, 4. Then 4 parallel 4, 2. So here you have 2. So this can be replaced as 2. Am I right? Now you see, actually unknowingly you are going with the faster calculations. These things are nothing for you, right? 8 parallel 8, 4. 4 parallel 4, 2. 2, finished. What about here? 8 plus 4, 12. So shall I replace it by 12? Yes, 12. Now what next? Shall we do this series? Do you agree? No, this is not in series. This is in parallel first. Because if you do these three series, where you will connect 12 ohm? 12 ohm is connected across 6 ohm. 12 ohm is the friend of 6. If you make all these friends together, then 12 ohm is alone. So make this first parallel. So shall we replace this? What is 12 parallel 6? Again, mental calculation, no calculator. 12 into 6 by 12 plus 6. Do you know what is 12 into 6? Sir, I studied it long back, once upon a time when I was a small kid. No, you should remember it now also. Now you are not very 90 years old. Remember it. 6 into 12 is 72, correct? 72 by 18. 6 plus 12, 18. 72 by 18 is 4. 18 4s are 72. So this is 4. Shall I replace it? 4. Now, any fool can finish this. Finish it yourself. What is the answer? Guess the answer. It's a series. It is 10 ohm, right? Okay, got it now? So first, only the thing is, which part of the circuit has to be replaced first? That's all you have to know. So A and B shouldn't be disturbed. You shouldn't replace these three series. That's not possible. These two series, no problem, because you are connecting across this point only. So this parallel, no problem. You are connecting it across this point only. So 8 parallel 8, 4, 4 parallel 4, 2, and this 8 plus 4, 12, 12 parallel 6, 4, 4 plus 4 plus 2, 10. 43. Again, see this circuit. Tell me from which part you will start. From which end you will start. I will give you some 10 seconds and Tell me, you can't tell me now. Guess from which point you will start. Will you replace the last 40 ohm in parallel with the 100 ohm? Any 100? Is it in parallel? Shall we start from 120 ohm that is in between parallel? Or shall we start 25 and 100? Now, which is better? Better means which is correct, not better. Now, we can't replace 40 ohm in parallel with this 100 ohm. It is not in parallel with this 100. It is in parallel with the whole circuit. So, you'll have to come in. This is in parallel with this chain. So, this is better, correct? This one is better. Hope you are with me now, right? You support me. What supporting? It is the truth. You should replace this one. 100 parallel 25. What is 100 parallel 25? 100 into 25 divided by 100 plus 25. They are in parallel. So you can't solve it from anywhere else. It is like a chakra vyuha, from where you have to enter so that you can come out. It should not be like Abhimanyu. You should be able to come out also. You should win the war now. So 100 into 25 divided by 100 plus 25. Is it so? 100 into 25 by 125, 25 5s are, 5 20s are, 20 ohm. So shall I replace this by 20 ohm? 20 ohm must be replaced here. Don't replace it somewhere else. You have to replace it here only. So here, 20. Now which one? Sir, make it parallel? No, before that 120 are friends. So replace this as 120. Replace this as 120. But when you replace 120, you have to replace it here only. You shouldn't replace it somewhere here. Wrong. Here only. 120. Now 120 parallel 120. It is 60. 120 by 2. It is 60. Replace it by 60. Now, where you have to replace that 60? Here, across this. So 100 series 60. 160. Now 160 parallel 40. 160 into 40 divided by 160 plus 40. R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. This is 200. 45s are 5 32s are 32 ohm. That is the answer. You do it yourself afterwards. You have the PDF with you. I will send the, I have already sent the PDF, I think. Okay, so we will start it once again. Here only we will do that. 100 into 25 by 100 plus 25. That is replaced as 20. 120, 120 parallel. That is 60. 60 series 100, 160. Then finally 40 parallel. That leads you 32 ohm. Shall we move on to 44th one? Here is the 44th problem. Now, of course, this cannot be Wheatstone's network at all because there are only 3 resistors. Now, I say that all the 3 resistors are in parallel. Sir, how come? See, this is common with this one. Sir, is it not a short? It is not connecting the 2 ends of the same resistor. It is connecting the 2 ends of the different resistor, right? What about this is not a short, sir? This one, it is connecting the 2 ends of the different resistors, not the same resistor. This end, right? Sir, I can push this A to this position. I can push B to this position. Then everything becomes parallel. See, this is common end, right? What about these 2 resistors are common? What about this one? This here is a common end. These 2 resistors are common. This end is common. So we will make it parallel. So both the ends of all the resistors are made common. Now, each end of the 2 resistors are made common. I will push this A to this one. I will push the A like this, right? Can you guess it? It was like this. Simply in order to misguide you, this was pushed here. Push this A first here, right? And even B to this point. Okay. Now push this A here. Yeah, push it like this. Yes. What about B? You bring this point directly to B. Here, this end. Yes. Directly to B. Now are they in parallel across A and B? R by 3. Can you guess it here only now in this circuit? What you have to do is with this B, for this one must be taken to B. This one must be taken to A. Then parallel. That's all. So like this and this one like this. R by 3. What about 45th one? Yeah, here is a group of girls ready to dance in the annual day competition. Correct. All are standing in a row, holding their hands. I don't know which song they are going to play now, but they are ready to dance. But we will reduce them to a single network. Now this is an Wheatstone's network. So R2R. So each can be split because here is a connection. Why can't you split this into a single resistor and connect it in series with this equivalent, series with this equivalent, series with this equivalent? So this is R series, R series, R series, R4R, simply 4R. This is Wheatstone's bridge. Of course, already they have removed galvanometer path and 2R parallel 2R, that is R plus R plus R plus R, that is 4R. Simplest one. 46. Yeah. Now, again, they have tried maximum to confuse you, but we are very ready to solve this circuit. Wherever there is a wire, we know that it is to misguide us. Pull this wire to this side. You are asked to find out the resistance between A and B. Pull this wire without any mercy. Pull this here. Let these two resistors, let they come here. Just keep on pulling them as your mother pulled you to the LKG class when you were a small kid. Go on pulling it from this point to this point. So shall we pull it? This wire is a useless fellow. You can, yes, get out of here. We know how to bring this point itself here. Yes, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it like this. Yes. Is it so? Now it was like this. But if you start guessing from here, you see which resistances are in parallel. This one is in parallel with this one because this end common, this end common. Whatever this one, this is parallel to the whole circuit. This one. But this is parallel to this because one end of this is here. The other end of this one end of this is here. Other end is here. So it is parallel to whole circuit. This is parallel to this. So go on pushing it like this. Now, what is the equivalent? This is parallel R by 2, R parallel or R by 2. Then series R by 2 plus R. Then parallel. So we will solve it. Okay. This is R by 2. Correct? This is R by 2 here. R by 2. Wait now. This is R by 2, R by 2 plus R. R by 2 plus R is 3R by 2, you know it, right? 1.5 R, half R, 1 R, 1.5 R, 1.5 R, 3R by 2, 3R by 2 parallel R, 3R by 2 parallel R, 3R by 2 into R, 3R by 2 plus R, R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. What is 3R by 2 into R? 3R by 2 into R as it is. 3R by 2 plus R, 5R by 2. 5R by 2 here. That is equal to 3R by 2. 2 gets cancelled. 3RR by 5R, 3 by 5R. Answer is 3 by 5R. Hope you have followed, right? So this is in parallel with this one, R by 2 plus R, 3R by 2. Then this is whole parallel to the whole circuit. Okay, so 3R by 5. Right. Next 47. So here is 47th circuit. Everything is R, but there is no resistance here, you see, no resistance here. It is directly connected. So you can bring this point here itself, bring this point here itself. And now, but there are too many resistors, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, you can have, remember parallel axis, perpendicular axis, right? I will put a parallel axis, axis like this. It's a perpendicular axis to A and B. I can shift this A here. I can shift B here. I can bring B from here, 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 anywhere. It is one and the same. Because all these are connected by a single wire. Here, single wire. So put a mirror here, then you will get the mirror image on the other side. And you know that in the perpendicular mirror, imagine the Wheatstone's network like this. In a perpendicular mirror, all the points lying on the mirror are at the same potential. That means this point, and this point are in the same potential. No current flows through these resistors, like a Wheatstone's bridge. But this is not a Wheatstone's bridge, remember. It is not a Wheatstone's bridge, but the principle of Wheatstone's bridge, that means whenever the 2 points are in the same potential, no current flows. Whatever the principle we have applied in the Wheatstone's bridge, not the principle of Wheatstone's bridge, whatever the principle we used in Wheatstone's bridge in order to derive the equation for balancing, that can be applied. So potential here and potential here must be same because our mirror comes perpendicular to AB and all the points along the mirror are at the same potential. You can remove these two resistors, but we will reshape it like this. We will put this together, put this together, put this here, put this here. We will make it like this and remove these resistors, and this can be removed because these are in the same potential. No current flows through this path, can be removed, remove it. But you can't remove this. This cannot be removed. This one, R and R in horizontal direction, like this. Now, 2R, parallel 2R, parallel 2R. In each path, you have series 2R, R plus R, R plus R, R plus R. 2R, 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 2R by 3. That's all. 3 2Rs in parallel, 2R by 3. That's all. 2R, 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 2R by 3. Very easy problem, isn't it? So only the thing is in guessing. So put an axis here, put a mirror. It's a mirror replica other side, and all the points on the mirror are in the same potential. Of course, if you put a mirror along the points, then the points on either side of the mirror are in the same potential. We have discussed it in classroom teaching. So just see that video and understand it. Then you can solve this very easily. So it is 2R by 3. 48. Yes. Now this axis is put in the beginning itself. This axis you see. Now A and B are here. Can you put an axis and divide the circuit into two parts? Now, sir, all the points coming along the axis must be in the same potential. That is what we say. But here is not, there is no node. Here there is no node. But here is a node. Now, can I split this node into two parts? Yes, I can shift them. Now, sir, you have separated this connection, but this connection was here in the problem. Yeah, no problem. I can shift. Why? Because whatever the current flows through this will it flows through this resistor will flow through this resistor. Whatever current flows through this resistor will flow through this resistor. So this can be shifted, and these 2 points are in the same potential. Since they are in the same potential, I can connect it back, and or if I connect it back, there is no use. I can't find out the equivalent. Now I can find out the equivalent. What is the equivalent, sir? 2R. I can replace this by 2R. 2R, right? Did you get that? 2R in parallel with this. 2R in parallel with this. 2R parallel R. 2R parallel R. Yes. What is 2R parallel R? 2R by 3. 2R by 3 here. Hope you have followed. This, since these 2 points are in the same potential, I can remove them instead of connecting them, because this is symmetrical on either sides. I can remove it like this. And so this is 2R parallel R, 2R parallel R. Now these 3 are in series. This 2R by 3. So I can replace it as 2R by 3. 2R by 3, R, R. So R plus 2R by 3 plus R. R plus 2R by 3 plus R. What is that answer? I'm talking about only this part of the circle. R plus 2R by 3 plus R. 3R. That is R plus R we will do first. This R and this R. This R plus this R is 2R. 2R plus 2R by 3. Hope you have followed. R plus 2R by 3 plus R. Then parallel 2R by 3. That we will do later. Only this part I will do. That is 2R plus 2R by 3. 3 common. This is 6R, 8R. 8R by 3. 8R by 3 parallel 2R by 3. Yes. 8R by 3 parallel 2R by 3. What is the answer? 8R by 3 parallel 2R by 3. 8R by 3 into 2R by 3 divided by 8R by 3 plus 2R by 3. That is 16RR by 9. 10R by 3. 3 is common here. Calculate this. 16RR by 9, and this gets inverted. 3 by 10R. 3 3s are, and 2 8s are, and 2 5s are. 15. 8R by 15. That is the answer. Hope you have followed it, correct? Or you can rewind it back. It's like this, and this is the perpendicular axis to A and B. Points, these points, even though they are separated, the potential at the 2 points are same. No current flows through these 2 points. So you can connect or disconnect. Both will make the same final conclusion. But if you disconnect them, there is a use. You can find out the equivalent. This is 2R, 2R. 2R parallel R is 2R by 3. Now this can be first calculated series connection. R plus 2R by 3 plus R, that is 8R by 3. Then 8R by 3 parallel 2R by 3. That is this answer, 8R by 15. 49 problem. Yeah, see here. Now, of course, Wheatstone's network comes into picture here. Now, how to proceed with this one? Anywhere you get a chance of entering into this network by solving some resistors. Here is A, here is C. Of course, I have forgotten. It should be between A and C. Equivalent resistance between A and C. I should have written B here. This should be B. Please note that this is B. A and B here. Okay. If it is A and B here, not B here, it should be B here. And you remove B and D. A and B, if it is so, then You can remove this 2R, right? R plus R, 2R. R plus R, 2R. R plus R, 2R. R plus R, 2R. This is 2R parallel R. 2R parallel R. 2R parallel R. 2R parallel R. Okay, shall I replace? Two resistors are in series. Here series, here series, here series. All encircled resistances are in series, and nothing problem arises if I replace them. Resistance is between A and C, or you replace this as B. Now, shall I replace them? 2R, and here is 2R, here is 2R, here is 2R. Is it okay? Now, 2R parallel R, between A and C you are finding equivalent resistance. 2R parallel R. 2R parallel R is 2R by 3. Each equivalent is 2R by 3, right? 2R by 3, 2R by 3, 2R by 3, 2R by 3. Balanced Wheatstone's network, right? No current through the galvanometer path. Resistance between A and C is, it should be A and C, 2R by 3. Either A and C or shift B here, anything. It is 2R by 3. Otherwise, if it is asked between these two, then you have some more problem, which cannot be asked for so easily for entrance exam. So you have some different ideas to solve it. So across A and C is 2R by 3. Hope you have followed. So here only we can do that. Equivalent is between A and C. You can replace this 2R, 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 2R. 2R is in parallel with R, 2R by 3. So at every arm of the network, you have 2R by 3s, and equivalent is 2R by 3. 50th one, last one. 12 resistances are connected in the form of a cube. Right? You have 12 resistors, 4 here, 8, and 4 on the walls. 12. What is the resistance between the diagonal opposite corners of face A and B here? Or A and B outside face, any face. You can take anything for that matter. What is the equivalent resistance between these two ends of the face diagonal here? Not cube diagonal. Cube diagonal is here and here. But this is face diagonal, this A and this B. Of course, cube diagonal also can be written, but I am not going to discuss it now. I will discuss it in future when time permits. Now I will do one problem in this, but it is your job to find out the equivalent resistance between the other faces. For example, what is the equivalent between these two? The two adjacent corners or across the edge of the cube, diagonally opposite corners of the cube, this end and that corner. And now we are finding the opposite face, diagonally opposite points of the face. I am going for the back face. Of course, this is also same here, A and B. What can I do is, I will press this. I will see, a cube is always two-dimensional, right? What I can do is, I suppose you have a bread, cubical bread. Compress it. What will happen? I will compress it like this, without losing any connection, okay? These sides will become smaller and smaller when I compress it. This is only imagination, but resistance doesn't change. That's what I think. These are connected like this. I'll go on compressing like this. A is here, B is here. A is here, B is here. I'm compressing, and I'm putting it inside the other face. So A is here, this edge is here, this edge is here, this edge is here. You can't see that edge, that's all. Now can you see that edge? It is pushed inside the back face. Front face is pushed inside the back face. Can you see that? Is there any difference now? Now front face has gone back, back face has come front. Any difference? This is a cube itself now. Can you see that as a cube? It looks as if you are standing in the back side of a hall and looking into the stage. This is the stage part. This is the back side of the hall, and these are all the corners of the hall like this. This is the stage part. This is the backside wall. You are standing on the backside wall. So it was like this last time. Last time you were standing here. This was the back face. Now you compressed it inside, 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 inside like this, and now you made it like this. Now turn it. So A and B have not been changed. A and B is, A is here, B is here. You have compressed it and you have brought A and B like this. Now turn it. When you turn it like this, it looks like this. You are just sleeping in the hall in a slant position, and the stage looks like this, and you are in the back wall. These are all the connections of the walls. Now draw a symmetrical mirror which divides it into two parts, and they are identical everywhere. This point, and all these points must be in the same potential. What do you mean by the points in the same potential? This resistor shouldn't carry any current. This resistor shouldn't carry any current. You can remove them. Remove those two resistors. When you remove these two resistors, this connection becomes free, this connection becomes free, this becomes free. This is 2R, this is 2R. Don't look into the solution. I have removed this connection, I have removed this connection, right? No connection between. Last time there was a resistor from here to here. There was a resistor, but these 2 points are in the same potential. They are coming along the mirror, perpendicular symmetry. And no current flows through this resistor. Remove it. So when I remove it, the circuit looks like this. 2R, 2R. What about here? This path. This is R and R. Of course, this is a Wheatstone's bridge. R. R plus R plus R. 3R. So in the middle path, 3R. R, this is totally R because it's a Wheatstone's network. So replace from here to R. R plus R plus R. 3R. 2R, parallel 3R, parallel 2R. Do you agree? That's all. So no resistance here, no resistance here because no current flows from here to here. No current flows from here to here. So this is 2R, this is 2R, and this is 3R because this is R. R plus R plus R. 1 by R is equal to 1 by 2R plus 1 by 3R plus 1 by 2R. 6R can be taken as common. Then this is 3 plus 2 plus 3. Then it's 8 by 6R. And RP is 6R by 8. That is 3R by 4. That is the resistance between the two diagonally opposite corners of the face. What is the resistance between the two diagonally opposite corners of the cube and adjacent corners of the cube? That's all you have to do. And you search for for such solutions in any book, you will get it. And you should be ready with all the answers because you don't have enough time in the examination hall. You will not get it. So you must be ready with all these answers. Hope you will work out so many problems regarding this. I will stop at this moment, and tomorrow onwards, you will not have any entrance exam classes till your English exam is over. Okay, and after that we will take it up. So keep reading for the English exam. Do well, and I wish you all the best. And side by side, you can study these problems also. If you are not completely understood it, you can watch these videos. But I don't keep the videos for a long time. I'll remove it from the YouTube. So we will meet after the English exam. Wish you all the best. Take care, read well, and keep watching all these videos and study the problems properly. Get ready for the entrance exam also. All the best. Thank you.